Okay, everyone, today we're actually going to be practicing area problems. Okay, great. We're going to be practicing area problems. So, when we're practicing area problems, we're going to be practicing solving the problems. And our big problems we're going to be solving today are going to be parallelograms, triangles, and trapezoids. So, I hope you're ready to solve these problems. I'm going to solve some with you, and then you're going to be left to solve some on your own. The ones you're left to solve on your own, you're going to have to take a picture of those and then upload them into Schoology so I can see your answers. I must see your work. I must see you write down the formulas, show your work, and circle your answer, and they must be labeled. So, such as inches squared, feet squared, yards squared. Again, you must show your work, you must circle your answers, they must be labeled, okay, in order to get all your points, okay? So this is a very big thing I'm a stickler about. Show your work, you must write down the formula, you must show your work, you must label the problem, and you must circle your answer. Good luck, and let's get started on doing some of those problems. Okay, guys, so here is our next page. It's page 11 in your notebook, area practice. This paper, I know a lot of you probably cannot print this out, and that's fine. So what you can do is we can give you this paper when you get back to school and just lay it over top of your work. So number one, so you'll start like with number one on your notebook paper, and then we'll just move on from there. So this is number one. We have, let's talk about the ones we're going to do together. So I'm going to do pull out the highlighter here. So I'll do one with you. Ooh, that's too dark, isn't it? Yes, it is. So let's erase that. So I'm going to do one with you. I'm going to do number two with you because that is a trapezoid. I'm going to do number 5 with you. And number 7. Then I will do 2 down here and 6. That's the ones we'll do together. Okay? So here we go. Number one. Number one is a triangle. And so remember the formula for a triangle. And if you need to, use your foldable that we made yesterday, okay? So the formula for a triangle is A equals 1/2 base times height. And like I said, you need to be writing this right on your notebook page. I can't because I cannot lift up this piece of paper because this is like a picture. But you can be writing this right on page 11. So you need to write like number 1, A equals 1/2 base times height. So we're going to look at this. Our base, we're going to use this as our base, is 10. So A equals 1/2 times 10 times our height is 6. So area equals 1/2 times 10. So half of 10 is 5 times 6. So area equals 30. And if we look at this, it's centimeters squared. So number 2 is a trapezoid. And a trapezoid is different than a parallelogram. It's not base times height. And it's different than a triangle. It's not 1/2 base times height. A trapezoid is area equals 1/2 the height times base 1 plus base 2. And what that means is you have two bases. Now in this trapezoid we're looking at, it has bases that are going up and down. Its bases are going up and down, and its height is on the bottom, like it looks like it's the base. So these are the bases, okay? In this situation, that's your bases. And your height, just pull this out. This is your height, okay? So let's just take a look at this. So area equals 1/2 the height, which is 6, times base 1 plus base 2, 7 plus 4. And one way to always remember your base with your trapezoid, the bases are always parallel, okay? The bases are always straight across from each other. That's how you always remember your bases for a trapezoid. They're always parallel to each other. So what we want to do now is we want to go ahead and we're going to write our problem again. A equals 1/2 times 6 times 7 plus 4. So 7 plus 4 is 11. Now we're going to find half of 6. A equals 3 times 11. So A equals 33 feet squared. So this was number 2. Our next one we're going to look at is number 5, and number 5 is a triangle. So we're back to A equals 1/2 base times height. So A equals 9 times 7.8. So A equals 1/2 times 9 times 7 and 8/10. So this one here is a little harder because we're going to be dealing with some decimals. Personally, I think it's going to be easier to find half of 9 than half of 7.8. We could find half of 7.8, but it's not going to be super, super easy. We could do that right here. We could say 7.8 divided by 2 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. Bring that down 1, 8 up here. That's 9. So that's 3.9 if we want to go that route. So we could say A equals 9 times 3 and 9/10. Let me get me an eraser so I can erase this over here. So we're not multiplying with two types of decimals. Okay, and so now we have to do 9 times 3 and 9/10. So I'm going to say 3 and 9/10 times 9. So 9 times 9 is 81. Carry my 8. 3 times 9 is 27. Plus 8 is 35. I have one decimal place. Counting over 1. So A equals 35 and 1/10. What are we doing? Centimeters squared. Get my eraser again. I'm going to erase this one. And there you go. So let's look at our next one. We have, this was number 5, so we're looking at number 7. We have another trapezoid. So remember, this one here is a little better because it has our bases. We have a base here, and a base on the top and a base on the bottom. So it's A equals 1/2 the height times base 1 plus base 2. So our height is 3. So A equals 1/2 times 3 times 7 plus 12. So A equals 1/2 times 3, and 7 plus 12 is 19. So at this point in time, we can decide if we would rather do 3 times 19 and find half of that, do half of 3 and multiply that way. Because when we're multiplying, we have several options. I say we go ahead and I'm going to say A equals 1/2, and 3 times 19 is 57. So now we're going to find half of 57. So A equals, I'm going to come up here, 57 divided by 2 is 2. 17, so that's going to be 28 is 16. So 28.5. A equals 28.5 meters squared. So number 2 is a parallelogram. And our height, our base and our height, so this is our base, this is our height. So parallelogram's easy. A equals base times height. A equals 8 or A equals length times width. So A equals 8 times 4. A equals 32 feet squared. And our last one we're looking at is A equals 20, length times width. A equals 20 times 16. A equals 320 yards squared. So this is how we do our finding area. Your job is going to be to do the problems that are left. So you have to do number 3, number 4, number 6, number 8, number 9. Number 1, 3, 4, and 5. That's what's left for you to do. So you're going to finish those. You're going to do them on paper. You're going to take a picture of them and make sure when you complete them, I didn't do that on mine. You're going to make sure when you complete them that you circle your answer. It's kind of hard when I don't have a whole lot of space here that I'm dealing with. Okay. So this is what I consider what you see right here. Let me erase this right here. When I say show your work, what I've done, what you currently see is what I call showing your work. This is what I want to see, okay? So good luck. If you have questions, send me a message. I'll be happy to help you. Like I said, good luck, and I can see you during office hours if you need to. Again, remember your assignment is to do number 3, number 4, number 6, number 8, number 9, and then on the second half you're doing 1, 3, 4, and 5. See you later, guys.